Maybe just wanting to pick up a position 4, unless the Pango's playing that role.
Yeah, it's pretty open, pretty flux for them with that Pangolier. We've seen them pull that off before in pause 4. Not many major options that they'd have to look out for. Maybe the Nyx is a consideration they take as a pause 4 or pause 5 here if they want to run Pango Core. Nyx would make pretty good work of the Timbersaw and the CM. Even the Tusk doesn't tend to enjoy the Spiked Carapace. Does give you some stable stun as the cut is lacking some stable hold. So at the very least, you'll have the Impale to play with if you do go for the Nyx pickup. And they are ticking hard. Just, again, you don't want to leave a lot to chance here. They want to hammer in the draft. They want to have every single advantage they can get because a 2-0 will actually put the cut up onto playoffs. Right now, their standing is actually below. So they desperately need the points here, and we'll see if they do manage to work this draft in their favor.
Yeah, they'll go for the Troll for now, so that'll be the Scourge McDuck hero coming out from the cut. Still leaving that mid lane open, and you brought it up earlier, but they do still have the Void Spirit if they want it. They might just leave it for that 4th or even the 5th pick. Seems like if they leave it to the last pick, though, the chances are Latam defenders are probably just going to ban it out. It does look like a pretty decent Void Spirit game. Not much in the way of locking him down. Easy targets in the CM and Tusk. Even the Aghanim Scepter build up into the Timber can be quite nice, just having that AoE silence. Nine seconds of reserve time left for Latam defenders. Down to 1 second, all the way down to 0. They get the Bloodseeker pickup.
Yeah, it's really nice against Pangolier. You've got Rupture to stop him from rolling around freely. You can sustain your lane quite nicely. This does look to be a safe lane Bloodseeker now. Maybe mid. We haven't seen mid Bloodseeker in years. But it's looking like safe lane. Now, safe lane Blood against Troll doesn't sound like the best. Like, you can punish the Troll when he pops Battle Translate. So if he's low HP, the Bloodseeker's going to be zippy around the map. But it's also very spiky. You know, it reaches its spike really early on. So you have to play quick here for Latam defenders. They can play fast with their lineup. And to be fair here, the cut doesn't have the best lockdown for a fast running Bloodseeker. They do go for the Void Spirit here for the cut. So it's one of those slippery heroes once more. You mentioned the Void Spirit being an option. Ember Spirit just as slippery as the Void Spirit, of course. And you only really have the CM Root to lock him in. Maybe you can get that Root combination into the Blood Right. That is fairly potent. In fact, that is a really strong laning combo for Latam defenders to play aggressively with. So that might just be what they look for here. Just try to overwhelm that safe lane. Try to overwhelm the Pangolier and prevent it from having a really good time and build up in the Bloodseeker early and quick and start to take out the map fast.
Final banouts now to come out. Viper being removed by the cut. Latam defenders, literally no time in reserve, so they have to make these picks in the allocated 30 seconds. Both sides just going to focus on the off lane for the cut, and of course, let's see, if they're focusing on the off lane, then they assume it's just going to be a Pango support. Unless they assume the DP is going to be the POS 5 and maybe Enchantress POS 4 with that DP ban out.
Yeah, it's a possibility. We've seen a lot of teams prioritize DP5 as a pocket pick. So it could be a sensible one. But it is really open for the cut. Like a POS 5 Enchantress, POS 4 Pango doesn't sound too bad. It just depends on what they build off in the off lane. And they have some pretty solid options. You have the option for Mars. You have the option for a Tide. Really, all the big offlaners have been left alone here.
They get rid of the Veno. OD banned out by the cut. Last pickup now. This will reveal where everyone's going on the cut. And they finish it off with a Phoenix now, so nothing's really too revealed yet. It could be the core offlane Phoenix, could be a position 4, could be a position 5. Everything's still very flexible here for the cut. I do love the Phoenix pickup though into the Timber. I think it gives you a great way of kind of bursting the Timber down. Well, not necessarily bursting, but you get my point. Sunray's very good. All the magic damage from Phoenix is very good. You don't have that many egg hitters. It looks like Latam defenders will go back into the Morphling now, so you do kind of have an egg hitter now in that morph. And I guess Cookahawk could do the same thing with the Bloodseeker. Overall, both drafts looking pretty solid. And that is a pos for Phoenix, so it is going to be the off-lane Pango this game.
Yeah, nothing funky like that. Core Phoenix, unfortunately, still looking pretty strong on both sides. Latam defenders with a pocket Morphling pick, I think, might get a lot of value here. And this does balance out the Bloodseeker safe lane for Cookahawk. Right? Like Bloodseeker is just very tempo-driven, but he can buy that tempo for the Morphling. So Na becomes the true pos one as the game goes on. And I think in that matchup, Morphling versus Troll is actually pretty favorable for the Morphling. You can go shotgun build here and just try to run them down. You could even maybe argue there's value for the Ags build up on the Morphling. Turning into Timbersaw is nice. Turning into Bloodseeker can be pretty potent as well. So there's a good amount of back and forth. I think the cut, they've got some great team fight coming out. They've got the magic damage, as you mentioned, on the Phoenix, but they don't really have the best control. What we have for control is really just, Rolling Thunder stun, maybe Enchanted Creep stun, and the egg popping off. Then you're talking about Roots on the Troll and Searing Chains on the Ember, which aren't necessarily reliable. So they are lacking a bit in ways of holding down these heroes, especially the Morphling. And I think that's where Latam defenders can really dance with this Morphling pickup. There's not much to be scared of in terms of locking down that slippery hero.
Okay. Well, you kind of brought it up earlier quite a few times, but both teams really want a 2-0 victory. Every game going to matter, so I imagine both these teams will go all the way to the end just to make sure they have every chance they can get to win this game. Good to see both teams in high spirits. Little Nick saying Valky is goated. These new terms from these young people, John. Goated is the thing now. I've been hearing a lot.
I have no idea. Does that mean they're now,
I guess it means they're like
them?
Yeah. I believe it means it's like you're the greatest of all time. You know, like it's you've been goated. You know,
right. I'm too old for that crap, Mike.
So am I, John.
I can't keep up.
So am I.
We can't keep up. You know, I mean, we're old enough to remember all Vanguard builds, all Perseverance builds. That's how old we are, Mike. That was Dota 1. That was our Dota 1. 5 Bracer starts. Who needs tangos? You know?
Nobody. Nobody needs tangos,
Not
John.
back then. Legitimately, though, I remember no one ever bought tangos when I played, like, way back in 6th grade or 5th grade. Like, literally no one. Who cares about that stuff? Just buy a Ring of Health. That's it.
That was the way, actually, especially if you were playing the off lane. You just literally went to lane without any items. Just Ring of Health rush. Good old days. Anyway. Past is the past, I guess, John. There's bot lane, Kezia, going to be there on the CM, along with Valky. Going to be up against Pingu and, of course, Scourge McDuck. Looks like Moonlight, though, is going to stick around. See if he can try to set up a first blood. Of course, you always want to try for this when you do have a Tusk on your side. With the tag team, it shouldn't be too hard. Just all about breaking the gap, but no, he's been spotted. He tried to get too close.
Yeah, it's difficult. I love the tree cuts they did here down bot, just opening up this lane so they can spot out that movement for Moonlight. No sneaky games. Kesha's just going to TP away. So you do have Scourge McDuck laning up against Valky, and level 1 for Timbersaw here, not the kindest lane. Does opt for level 1 reactive armor so he can kind of take the hits, maybe trade back, but the real pop-off point for the Timbersaw is like level 3. And at that point, maybe you can get something with the Tusk, but you pointed it out. Tusk Timbersaw is not a very natural lane, although Little Nick mid.
Nah, he just gets first blood on his own on the Morphling. Lil Nick going down so early. You can't really underestimate how much right-click damage the Morphling can do, even at level 2. That's a great pickup. That's going to give Nana the undisputed advantage in this this mid lane. And Lil Nick now just going to be a level behind.
Yeah, that hurts the Embers so much, and Na is just going to be able to play around this lane so well. It's hard for the Ember to zone him out. You maybe, if you go for the Searing Chains build, you can, but just going for the Flame Guard, the DPS is nice, but your melee Nanana can just stick back and farm up, so it's going to be steady for him to hold now. Up top, our last lane, Cocohook on that Bloodseeker. They are chasing Vol.
Oh, nice Frostbite. Kezia gets him at the last second. Cocohook will happily take the kill on the Bloodseeker. Of course, that is a position 1 Bloodseeker, so you want as much golden XP as possible. Still bot lane, Moonlight going to be chased down. They will find a trade across the map. They will get the task for their trouble. Unfortunately for Scourge, it did go the way of Pingu on the Enchantress, though.
Yeah, not ideal, but you'll take the kill where you can get it. And that is a bit of a reset for the Tusk, so he comes in with his boots up and with a Tango at the very least. A while ago, he only had shared. So some more sustain on the Tusk at the least, but so far looking good for Latam defenders. Like every lane going really nicely. You are playing on the edge here for Nanana mid, but he has his bottle up, so he doesn't really care about what Lil Nick does anymore.
Moonlight. Smoke up in that mid lane. He can get in range for the tag team. Lil Nick is almost guaranteed to die. Just gotta be careful to get in at the right moment and not break that smoke too early. He's running out of time though, but Lil Nick is being very careful. Now's the time. He's gonna run in, but no, Lil Nick already aware. The Observe Ward, keeping vision over Moonlight. A nice attempt from Latam defenders, but it is not gonna work out.
Yeah, it's a bit of wasted time for Moonlight. I don't think he's gonna mind too much. Valky can hold his offlane solo now, level 3 in terms of up, and he can help up top instead.
Meanwhile, Nana ties. Lil Nick ends up getting the solo kill back the way of the Ember, and now Vol's going to go down. So he does at least help get the Phoenix kill. But unfortunately, I missed how the Morphling died.
Looks like the chain's just coming out from Lil Nick. He needed the chains to hammer in the kills, and maybe just a bit of a misstep coming out there from Nanana. Not expecting Lil Nick to actually go into the value point, but does end up really nice for Lil Nick, evens out the lane. He's still lagging behind in terms of last hits, and he doesn't find Rune. So Nanana still not going to be too upset, but you do not want to give Lil Nick a game to play on, and with that kill, he actually gets the EXP lead now. So a little bit more for the Ember to play with, but Moonlight is just going to keep that presence top. They want to keep this aggression up. The Pangolier is a harder target to go for, though, as Vol is positioned back. So they're trying to secure that initial farm for Cocohook, and so far it has been paying off. Bloodseeker not really zoned out here at all. Top of the last hits board. Just can regen through the lane now as well with the levels up on the Thirst. So he's set up for himself up top, and there's not much that the Pangolier and Phoenix can do at the moment.
No, there is not. It's like Nana managed to get himself an Arcane Rune in that mid lane. Still out CSing the Ember, having a great old time on the Morph. Lil Nick, he waveformed on, gets the chains off, and is just looking to back out. He knows he can't go for a man fight with the Morph. And runes do spawn up as well. Looks like Pingu does manage to swipe one away, but Kezia can do the same thing at the top lane, and it does actually end up in a 3-1, the way of Latam defenders. They managed to get the 5-minute bonus for themselves, and Valky very low. Scourge going to chase him down. He does have the reactive armor going. Will be forced to salve up and just hang around that tier 2 tower. Scourge misses the cancellation of the salve. Doesn't hit with the whirling axes either. Now Pingu's going to see him. He's just going to chain away. Even Moonlight showing up just in case they wanted to continue that chase. However, top lane, Kezia, looks like he is set to die on the CM. Tingle still going onto the Bloodseeker. The lucky shot, of course, coming in handy, making it so Cocohook can't finish off the kill. He's still thinking about going back in, but he can't do it by himself.
No, needs some backup, and you don't have the movement from your Tusk in this case. Moonlight was stuck bot, trying to help out the Timbersaw for a bit, so not going to find that opportunity. At the least, gets a reset with a salve coming out from Keja's respawn, so going to be fine there, and maybe now you look for that angle.
You could try. It's like with the lucky shot from Tingle King, it does make it kind of scary to try and go in for that. Cocohook, with the farm he's been having, he's probably just better off just continuing to CS. That's exactly what he's going to do. Top lane, or rather bot lane, Valky does not get ensnared by Scourge McDuck, so he's going to be just fine. But Pingu has started quite a heavy push with that enchanted creep, Scourge McDuck obviously able to push down towers quite quick with the troll as well. They're going to try and go in anyway. Valky moving in onto the troll. Whirling axes do fly out. Impetus shot is quite a lot of damage, but Moonlight's still going to survive. But man, this javelin on Scourge is causing a lot of problems for Valky on the Timber. Just the bonus magic damage you get, it's quite devastating for this Timbersaw. And meanwhile, top lane, Kezia ends up dying. Cookahawk is pretty low, but it looks like he should be alright. Of course, still down a bot. Scourge McDuck does end up finishing off that bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it's a really good quick tower to take. Cookahawk.
Oh, Rolling Thunder was there. They commit the Rupture. Tingle can't move, and it looks like he has overextended. He will try to drag it out a bit longer. Moonlight can't hit him right now. Sunray's going to come in. He's still alive. He's going to walk away from this. The Bloodright not going to connect. They might get the Phoenix for their trouble, and it looks like they will lose Cookahawk. Vol kills him. Icarus dive away. Turn back. They'll kill off Moonlight now. They've lost Tingle King, but for the Bloodseeker kill, you've got to be okay with that. Kezia not going to get the Phoenix in response. Oh, it's just a terrible situation here from Latam defenders.
And that's going to slow down the Bloodseeker start by a mile. You don't want to drag too far behind in the Seeker, but Cookahawk's already behind Tingle King in terms of farm. The one silver lining here for Latam defenders is that Nana has a lot of room in the jungle and can clear out that jungle fairly well with the power treads and the rate bands up. So it's going to be a steady build-up for the Morphling. Have to wait for the shotgun timing, and once you lose this mid-tier 1 here from Latam defenders, that jungle gets a bit more dangerous. So they're going to need to drag some heroes to defend that objective soon.
Little Nick gonna run into Kezia. Nana around. He's gonna be careful not to get frostbited, and he doesn't. He's able to get out. Well, we'll just Icarus dive out of there as well. The bright side for Latam defenders, even with that last engagement, is the fact that this Morphling is having a really nice time. 4.3k net worth. You had that one death, but that's about all that's happened to Nana. And he's going to go straight for the shotgun build as well with the Ethereal Blades.
Yeah, just going to be a steady build-up for him. Scourge drops low.
Oh, he's going to get snowballed on as well. They get the kill. That's a big one for Latam defenders. And that's not a death you want to see if you're the cut. They're going to try and go onto Valky. He's going straight for a TP. He's going to make it too. No fear from him. Just right out of there. They're still trying to push down this mid-tier 1. Nice chains out. They've caught the morph, but you can't roll while that Rupture's going. And, of course, Cookahawk on the Bloodseeker, a direct counter to Tingle King this game. Gonna take him out another time. This time, the Phoenix. Moonlight still willing to keep fighting. Pingu has been frostbited up. He's going to try and heal himself. Kezia is not going to die either. 10 HP. He walks out on. And suddenly Latam defenders are the ones that are really finding all the kills on the map.
Yeah, it's working out in their favor. 6-8, less than 1k lead. You have Cookahawk finally bouncing back to number 2, despite that slower start. So your Bloodseeker is actually starting to build into a really nice point. Scourge McDuck is still trying to get some space up top, has his Maelstrom to play with. Did skip the phase boots for this, but should look for that tier 1 tower trade. Their bot is being shoved in by Nana, and that does go down. So they find the initial tower. They are setting eyes mid, but I don't know if they can really force the fight right now in the cut.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. Radiant have fortified their structures against
Tingu's going to scout out Cookahawk. Some nice deep wards down. Cookahawk just about to pick up the Maelstrom now. Really would prefer not to die, but he'd love a kill onto Pingu. Bloodright is out. They can commit the egg to try and fight this one. Little Nick, he's also in. So is Scourge McDuck. They rupture him up and they get the CM for now, but Moonlight is also very low. Battle Trance there. They'll get another. Scourge, he's dropped extremely low as well. Nana going to try and man fight this one out, but Scourge is still going. The heals are there, but it's not going to be enough. The Chakra kills him out. Now Cookahawk finds another. Valky still does go down to Lil Nick, and they are going to continue chasing down this Morphling. Chained up, no more strength to morph. Nana gonna waveform away, Remnant forward. Lil Nick, he's not gonna give up. He'll get the kill. And they even found Cookahawk, who was trying to help out the Morphling. Looks like Nana is not too happy about that one.
Yeah, it's a lot to lose out on. It looked good early on once they got the control onto Scourge, but sacrificing your 3 cores for that is not worthwhile, and that does set Lil Nick up quite nicely. He was having a bit of a slower start. He's almost at the point where he gets his Maelstrom, so looks like 3 of 4 cores going Maelstrom. That's going to be pretty good for the cut, as they've got more Maelstroms, and they can play around with that. They still need to wait for the shotgun timing from Nana, and it might be time for him to have to just fall back and wait for that farm to flow in before committing now.
Cards. Hey, Chris dive away from roll. Latam defenders, I mean, with this kind of draft, you don't want to lose too much momentum. The cut, they're known to take advantage. Well, they know they've got the net worth advantage. They can get very aggressive, especially with these kind of drafts, where they know they're very powerful throughout the mid game. Maelstrom now up on Tingle as well, so a big power spike on the Pango. Valky just going to chain right away, but Tingle going to get straight in there with the Rolling Thunder, controlling up the Timbersaw. He's got the perfect angles for the roll as well. There is no getting out. They rupture him up, but he's already done with the roll. Still, the egg is going to be there. They'll focus that down instead, but now Scourge comes in, killing off Moonlight. They will at least kill off Tingle and the Pango, and Scourge, he has the battle trance. He can afford to try and fight this. And Cookahawk, realizing this, does just run away. So a 2 for 2 in the end. And actually a very even trade. Position 3s and 4s both dying. However,
Lil Nick, though, chasing.
Lil Nick, nice dodge on the Blood Right. Gets the kill with the Sleight of Fist, and Kezia probably regretting trying to help out on the CM. Has about 0 chance of survival. As Lil Nick will take another kill on the Ember. 6-1 and 2 now. He's going to run straight into Nana, who has a double damage rune active, so this could be a little bit dangerous, but he's always just going to be able to remnant away from the Morph. And, well, you've got to be happy right now if you're the cut.
Yeah, you get the 3k lead up. Lil Nick is just starting to pop off now in the Ember with his very fast Maelstrom out. Can just get a lot of right-click damage off. Latam defenders still need to find his farm on Nana. And we're talking about the shotgun in about 500 gold. That's going to be a good spike for him, but he might have to consider maybe some more stats up. Does feel like he's fairly squishy on that Morphling right now. You're going to be lining up with the Spirit Vessel charge as well soon, although...
Good. Okay, for now, he's got the heals going. Chains out, Lil Nick going to hold down the Tusk and Moonlight. All he can do is buy some time, but he knows he's dead. Lil Nick will happily take it with the Sleight of Fist. And the way this is all going on, John, Scourge with Duck, he's starting to slowly take over this Morphling. They are fighting for the top spot on the net worth graph. Right now, Scourge has taken over.
Yeah, he's doing really well with that Maelstrom build-up. A lot easier for him to just keep farming up and clearing out waves. Morphling has been kind of stuck in that jungle. Shotgun is up for Nana though. So again, that burst damage is on hand. They've got a natural disarm for the Troll. And I think that will cause issues for Scourge McDuck until he finishes his own BKB. But that isn't too far off. Just a recipe away. So if Scourge can just sit back, farm up first, then that shotgun might not be as impactful as a disarm tool, but still very potent as a nuking tool, at the least for Latam.
Be nice. Lil Nick already kind of just working towards the Yule Scepter now to counter out the Ethereal Blade, but I'm pretty sure that Ethereal Blade is mostly going to be for Scourge McDuck, who is also working towards a BKB and almost has it. Mid lane, they could break out in a team fight. Vol has his smoke broken. They're just going to go after the easy kill. Shotgun though? No. Egg will be there in time. Still nice of Nana to force out the egg, but it looks like Latam defenders are the ones who have to play defensively, as they are still moving forward onto Cookahawk now. Rolling Thunder's there. Tingle going to have a look. There is a rupture out. Tingle is going to stop rolling. Lil Nick gonna move in as well, not willing to leave him behind. We'll try to trade. It's gonna be a lot of damage with the tag team. He'll try to remnant out. Shards are there. Slide of fist, another remnant away, and he's gonna make it for now. But he can't get revenge for the Pango.
And that was a strange decision to commit there from Tingle. He saw the rest of his course kind of hesitate to go up. Scritch McDuck stopped the chase, went back to farming. So a bit optimistic to solo kill that Bloodseeker, and Latam defenders will take the freebie kill for themselves. Not going to be asking the same questions. They have been getting space out for Valky to just control the bot lane. So the Timber's trying to get much, but Cook-a-Hook.
Oh, Cook-a-Hook might just be gone. Lil Nick, he's going to commit for it, and he just gets a solo kill. 9th kill of the game now for our Ember. Lil Nick is making it look easy, as his Yules is coming out now on the Courier. And things only seem to be getting worse for Latam defenders as time goes on. You still got this great farm on the Morphling, but he's now 3rd in net worth, even falling behind Lil Nick on the Ember.
Yeah, they just can't flash farm and Tingle.
He's going to try and snowball away here on the Tusk, but a nice jump over the edge. Looks like Lil Nick will have to take another kill for himself, his 10th one of the game. This is what I mean, John. The cut, when they know they've got the advantage, they don't slow down.
No. They keep that pressure up, and Latam defenders, and they went with a Bloodseeker. Cook-a-Hook doesn't have the farm to be online yet. He's saving up for his own BKB. Long ways off. The Roche being taken quickly here by the cut as well, although they are moving in.
They are, but this could be disastrous for them. Egg is up. Aegis is gone. Scourge has it. Now, well, the CM trying to channel that freezing field, but Kezia can't get any kills, and he will go down. Now the Egg's there. Who do you focus? They're trying to leave the Timber to tie, as everybody else just needs to get out, so Valky has been left behind, or maybe not. Nana, he's going to come right back in after Pingu, trying to at least get an Enchantress kill, but they are going to lose the Timber any moment, or maybe not. The snowball save is there. Lil Nick still going, however, does get Cook-a-Hook. They'll kill off Valky. Now Moonlight chained up. Lil Nick on a double, and they could go after the Morphling. The only one left. Nana's going to try and run. They've got the Spirit Vessel to boot. Lil Nick spotted him out for a second there with that Sleight of Fist. Waveform out, but what a remnant out. He predicts exactly where he's going to go. A godlike spree now from our Ember, and Kezia, he wants to donate to the Lil Nick charity. He will. 14, 1, and 3 now on our Ember Spirit. It's only 19 minutes into the game.
He has almost about very close to a kill per minute on the Ember. He's just been really active here. Lil Nick just popping off in really big ways. They did drop the Aegis on the Cut's end, so they don't have that tool, but finding those kills, I don't think you care at all. Like, you might have dropped Aegis, but you're slowing down that Morphling. You're slowing down the Bloodseeker. There's still so much more farm they need to get, and Lil Nick is just not letting them find that farm.
No, he won't now. Bounty runes. Gonna go the way of the cut. Pretty much every single one for that matter. 4 out of 4, it should be. Egg's back up in 20. Scourge. Gonna take the shotgun. We'll pop the BKB. Nice BKB force usage from Nana. Of course, without the Egg, you don't really want to commit to a team fight. It is up in 5 seconds, though, and they are going to try and go onto the Phoenix now, but Valky can't do it by himself. In fact, Vol's going to turn around with a Sunray. That Spirit Vessel doing so much damage along with the Sunray. Pingu even going to be around to help out. And, well, Valky, he does survive for now, but they are going to have to back. But Lil Nick is around now with a double damage rune in that bottle. It's going to be a painful experience. He gets some chains out. Kiting right back out though. Tingle in the blood right is going to die. A good start for Latam defenders. That'll be enough, it seems. Yeah. They've lost the Pango, or maybe not. Lil Nick, he sees a target. Valky, oh, he's going to survive. Just about 30 HP there on the Timber. Valky going to be thanking his lucky stars.
It's on the edge there for Latam, but they are holding off. Still, there is an aggressive smoke here from the cut. And they want to hunt. We know Cook-a-Hook was farming up top. They miss out. Still, the cut, they're building up really well. The blink from Tingle King is great. It's just that he didn't get the good spot. Although to catch more.
Yeah, be a nice easy one. Kezia to die.
Have been schooled.
Moonlight just unable to help the CM at all. Now Scourge has a full basher up. That's problematic. For Latam defenders, that is. As he gets a first hit bash as well. Valky cannot believe his luck as he's going to die to Scourge now. There's your bash reveal. Moonlight, all he can do is snowball, but he knows he's probably dead. He'll try to run, gets bashed on the range hit, gets ensnared on the melee hit, and he's gone.
Jeez.
Shotgun doesn't even take down half HP of Lil Nick.
Yeah, it's a hard position for Latam defenders. They might have to start eyeing the high ground defense, and their high ground isn't the most amazing thing in the world. But if they have these BKBs up in their cores, it could be a lot more playable. BKB for Cocohook still a ways off though, but the BKB for Na 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 is a lot closer. So Morphling BKB can maybe help them find these angles, help them just stand in front, get the shotgun off on squishier targets, or just try to prioritize disarming Scourge. The issue is BKBs are flying out for the other cores on the side of the cut already. Lil Nick has his. So the moments you were catching out Lil Nick, I mean, they haven't in a while, but if they were trying to, it's going to be a lot harder now. They even have the blink up on Scourge, so he can reposition himself in the middle of these fights and just apply that pressure, continue to get that damage off. And Latam defenders are just running out of choices here.
All they can do is keep farming on this morph. I mean, Na. He's essentially got unlimited scaling with this morphling, but he's got a long way to go to reach that point. Mid lane, looks like they have found Valky again. Chain away, it's going to be good for now, but the Icarus Knife follow-up, and Lil Nick, no, Vol will take it. They want to go for more. Instead, a tier 2 tower to be taken. There's just no way to stop it. When you don't have a Timber to front line, you can't even hope to take this team fight. The map belongs to the side of the cut.
Yeah, and they've just warded up this top jungle real nicely. There's nowhere to farm here now. They're trying to maximize their time here while they can. They do still hold the triangle somewhat from Latam defenders, but their outer map is just shrunk. Only one tier 2 left. The cut can start looking for angles into the high ground or just even more big kills.
Oh, nice rolling thunder in with the Spirit Vessel. They've got Nana. Oh, there, the other casters not doing him justice. They pick out the BKB. Kezia also going to go down. And yes, it is true. There was a BKB on the morph. What do you do?
I think he felt safe. He was under a ward. He didn't expect the blink in from the Pango, I think. So I don't fault him necessarily for not wanting to pop BKB there. Just getting punished is the bigger play from the cut. They just punish it a lot better. So they can dig into the high ground now, and Latam defenders do not have the best high ground here.
It's good stuff here from the cut so far. 15k net worth lead. Latam defenders, they're going to try to slow this down as much as possible. And it looks like that's going to be enough. They don't really want to risk the team fight once the morph is up yet. They just get some nice chip damage into that tier 3. They've still got an outer tower as well down at that bot tier 2. So there's no need to rush for the cut. They've got plenty of time. Plus, you're going to have an Abyssal soon for Scourge. And once that Abyssal's up, it's going to make it impossible for Latam defenders.
Oh yeah, they just can't deal with it. Like the bashes coming in from Scourge, the insta-bash. He has 2 ways of jumping in now with the blink as well. So if you think about that added range he can blink an Abyssal into, it's going to be problems for them to even just take these fights. They can at least stall with a disarm.
Oh, what an ensnare! Oh, no, he got ensnared first hit. He's forced the BKB. Snowball away from Moonlight. Chains out from Lil Nick. Sunray, that's a lot of damage on Valky. Valky doesn't look or seem like a Timbersaw this game.
No. I mean, he's had to go for a defensive build. Hood of Defiance and Yules just to save himself, and even that
double smoke
isn't enough. Ooh.
Little Nick catches out CM. They're going to wait for him and Snowball to Scourge instead. He just battle trances immediately. He's been disarmed, however. No BKB up. He's going to get one kill. Still trying to lifesteal with the Sunray. He might stay alive. Chakram there. It's not enough. Scourge is still alive. Now the Glimmer Cape is out. They can't get him. They can't get him. Nana, he tried. They didn't have the detection for him. Valky is trying to run. Lil Nick has been the bane of his existence this game, and he's going to get him again. The neutral's even trying to help him out. Oh, that is going to be so demoralizing. They almost kill Scourge off, and that happens.
Yep, that's a killer. Latam defenders having issues. They go all in trying to chase down Scourge McDuck, and they just can't deal with it. And now Scourge, he sees a nice free Roshan, goes in. That is Aegis and cheese for him as well. And that is going to be even more troubles for Latam defenders. They're already just playing under high ground. They pop 2 smokes, so they're going to be limited in supply for that. And with these extra lives, extra durability coming out from the cut, they're just not itemized to deal with this yet. They need so much more to be up here. And this is where the Bloodseeker starts to look pretty wonky. Like, it needed a faster start. It's still great against the Pangolier, but that isn't the issue anymore. The issue is Scourge McDuck's Troll and Lil Nick's Ember are just popping off.
One of those days, John. Things are looking very difficult right now for the Dire side. They're still trying their best. They're not out of it yet. They've just got a long way to go if they wish to pull this back. Tingle threatening with the Rolling Thunder. They've got the high ground of the triangle. Moonlight may get spotted. Pingu's going to run right in. They've got the bash as well through the swashbuckle. Not going to be enough yet to snowball away. Instead, they found Nana.
Oh, God.
Oh, Moonlight. He might just die anyway here. They want Valky first, though. Yule's up. He'll try to buy some time. Chain away. But there's just too much control. The cut. There's no buyback on the Morph. That's 1 Rax at least, but quite frankly, with an Aegis up, I think they just go Megas.
Yeah. Definitely they can just go Megas. In fact, if they wanted to force the issue, I think they could take you force. There's no team fight from Latam defenders to deal with this. What are they going to do? Rupture Scourge McDuck, Rupture Tingle King, or Lil Nick? I don't think they care at this point. They are going to go for the safer play, taking out the top racks here. There should be a respawn coming out soon in the Morphling, so they can maybe hold out for one more time, but 2 racks down, just constantly shoved in, and Scourge doesn't care. He's just going to go for the last set.
Scourge. Not scared of anything right now. Pants right off. Ready to go. Smoke out. Going to be broken immediately on Nana. They're going to try and jump in anyway. Walrus Punch is there, but Scourge is fine. He pops his BKB right onto the CM. They want the supports dead. They'll get one. Nana trying to go after the Phoenix, but there's your egg being committed. He's trying to run. He gets bashed. Still trying to fight, get the egg. They will be able to get it in the end. Moonlight, he dies but buys back. Now the blood run on Scourge. He'll finally drop. The Aegis is gone. Lil Nick and a remnant away as well. Scourge now looking to maybe just back out of here as it looks a bit more dangerous without that Aegis, but they're going to try and fight him, make sure this troll is protected. They get him anyway. The snowball in from Moonlight, the adaptive strike. They want that Ember so darn bad, but the silence is not going to last long enough. Instead, back to Tingle, Rolling Thunder on Nana. He's not quite dead yet though. Sunray is in. No Spirit Vessel on the Morphling. He's healing, but not for long. He does go down. Vol now trying to back off with the Ghost Scepter. Back onto the task. Never mind. Go for Cook Hook instead. Snowball not going to do Moonlight any good either. They'll kill him. Moonlight going to go down. Kezia trying to run. That's it. GG's called. What a performance. At least for game 1 from the cut.
Oh yeah, they bring it all out. They went for 3 Maelstroms in the same team, like, and it pays off. They got the early damage, they got the early control, the mid matchup working out well for Lil Nick despite the earlier setback. That 1 solo kill was a bit of a dent, but that was the only death he had, right? Like, it was that 1 laning death that we didn't even get to see fully, and the rest of the time, Lil Nick just never died. So you've got to watch out for that in Latam defenders, and the cut with 1 win have set themselves up here. If they get a 2-0, again, they get number 4, and they're in. Latam defenders, they need at least a draw to force some tiebreakers in, so they're going to have to find a win in the next game, and considering that Game 1 performance, they're going to have to shake it up here.
We'll see what happens, John. Game 2 will be coming up in roughly 10 minutes or so, and we'll be back as soon as that Game 2 draft has begun.